Crown Zenith is a massive fan favourite from people who want to crack packs or to collect sealed. However, the single card prices have been falling across the board with this set. Alright guys, Crown Zenith, we all love it. I love it. It gave me the passion to crack packs open once again for myself. I didn't really open much up last year from different sets, from Brilliant Stars to Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, even Pokemon Go. Didn't really open much. So Crown Zenith really brought in that passion because it was just fun, right? Really good fun just to end off the Sword and Shield era. Absolutely fantastic set. Card prices have been dropping over time. You know, this set has had a really long release schedule. Its release schedule has been going on for months and we've still got more product to come in May, though the single card prices have been falling. So we will take a look today at TCG Player and over on eBay for the UK. What's been going on. Okay, starting things off with the sealed product, we're going to look at the ETB and then we're going to look at all the single cards afterwards. So on TCG Player, this is currently going for around $65, has been going up over time. Been suggesting picking this up, really, to be honest. I think this is a great build opportunity to keep hold of this. Also, just to crack the packs, I think that the ETBs have decent pull rates. I've had quite good success from the ETBs, more so than the mini tins. The Galarian Bird tins have been pretty decent as well. I kind of feel like the ETB, for me anyway, has been pretty decent. Now we also have the triple pack blisters that are coming out, and we also then have these special collection boxes coming out down the line as well. The Zacian Zamazenta one. So we have to see what the pull rates are of those, but this is still a really good product to pick up. $65 has been going up since release. Doesn't normally happen that way, but there seems to be a decent amount of it around over here in the UK though, why the price is a little bit different. So recently sold over here on eBay, we're looking at around £51 or so for these ETBs, and like I say, it is quite easy to get hold of. You can also get them on Amazon for around about £50 as well. You know, so they are quite easy to get hold of over here in the UK. But yeah, we're looking around £50 there. All the different accessories that you can get in there as well. We have cases being sold. We have 2 times case here, 730. So yeah, it's interesting to see how things are going to go with this set. You know, like I say, it's been going over here for around £50, which actually is not too bad. Okay, let's take a look at some of the cards. So we have the Raikou V, which actually has been going up in value since its release. Now, apparently it's being used in the TCG. That's probably one of the reasons why it has been going up. We go back a month, and as we can see, only gone up a little bit, you know, not a huge amount, going from around $21 up to 23, is now higher than the Entei and also higher than the Suicune. So Suicune's dropped, Raikou's overtaken it. Gorgeous looking card, right? We can all agree that this is a gorgeous looking card. Most of the cards in this set do look absolutely amazing. That is one thing I will say about this set, is the artwork's fantastic. Pull rates are great as well, as we all well know. So it has been going up over time. Like I say, it's probably going to continue going up if it is seeing competitive play. So the prices will go up over time with this Raikou if it becomes, you know, keeps being popular in the TCG. So over here in the UK, the Raikou's been going for a little bit different, right? We're looking at $13.50, you know, an extra £2.50 postage, that's £8. We have here £16, of course, all based on quality, right? The condition of the card. So we've got £18 right here, you know, postage. You're looking at 20, 18 to 19, so it's pretty much the same. Like if you convert it across, it's pretty much the same. We're looking on an average of around £18 to £20 for this Raikou. Gorgeous looking card, really nice. You know, a couple sold here, £15, £20. So yeah, pretty much the same for this Raikou. So, you know, seeing competitive play, gonna go up in price. Next we have one of my favorite cards from the set, which is the Glaceon VStar. This is actually been pretty stable regarding the fact that it is keeping pretty level. Look at $25 here. We go back a month. What's been going on? It has dropped, okay? It's dropped by around about $4, which, you know, is a decent amount. You look at nearly 15 to 20% drop. But like I say, we do expect a lot of these cards to drop. It did drop a lot, obviously, since release, but, you know, it's kind of staying that stable around that $25 mark for the longest time. So, you know, for a decent amount of time. So it is a card that is holding good value. I really like this. We still haven't pulled this yet in any of the live streams. The amount of Crown Zenith packs we've gone through and the amount of gold V-Stars we've pulled is insane. I think we've now pulled at least 10. We've never pulled the Glaceon V-Star. Very odd, but, you know, $25 is actually pretty good. Over here in the UK, they're selling pretty much the same. £24 recently sold there. We have one here for 27, 23, best offer accepted, 22.50, 22, 25, pretty much the same, you know, pretty much the same. And, you know, obviously it's all based on quality and the condition of the card. You know, the lower the price probably is worse condition. You have to be careful, of course. But yeah, we're looking at around about £24-25 for the Glaceon, which is pretty much the same. So, you know, pretty decent card, holding pretty steady. And we're going to take a look at the Leafeon V-Star now this time. We have pulled this one on the stream at $32. Let's go back a month and see what's been going on. Okay, so this has dropped from around 37 down to 32, so about $5. So again, around that 15 to 20%. So this card has been dropping, so it's following suit of a lot of the other cards that we've seen so far. But this and the Glaceon, you know, pretty much getting close to each other, but the Leafeon's just kind of sneaking ahead. I do really like this one personally though. Glaceon favorite out of the two, but Leafeon nonetheless is a gorgeous looking card. $32 though, not bad, not bad. You know, it's trying to stay steady, but I do expect it to drop even more with more releases, you know, of Crown Zenith. Let's take a look over here in the UK. So we've got 26 best offer accepted, £20 there, 22. Okay, let's see what other ones we have here. 23, so okay, so 22, 23, 24 pounds here, 16. Wow, that one's a pretty pretty cheap one. You got PSA 91 there accepted, 25. I think really around £20, 20 to £22 is about right. So this is actually cheaper over here in the UK than, you know, than over in the US. But on top of that, this is basically not much different to the Glaceon. In fact, the Glaceon and the Leafeon are pretty much the same. So yeah, pretty interesting. All right, now we're on to the gold V-Stars. We're going to be looking at Dialga now. So we're looking at $44. Okay, wow, that has been dropping a bit. Right, but go back over the past month because we have been looking at it since then. So we've gone from 50 down to 44, 45. Okay, so we're looking around about a 10% drop so far in the past month for this Dialga. Do expect it to drop even more. I think it might even drop to as low as 40, if not less than 40. But like I say, you know, with all of these, we have to see over time, but with more product coming out and, you know, just a ton of Crown Zenith around and more packs getting opened, these card prices are continuing to drop, even though this is one of the biggest cards in the set. Yeah, we go back 3 months, as you can see, from 77, 78 down to 45. Could it drop by overall 50%? Have to wait and see, but it is still one of the most expensive cards in the set. Over here in the UK, one recently sold for £40. Let's see if we can find one, another one. £50 for that one. 41. Okay, so we're looking around about maybe in the 40s mark. We have one here, PSA 9, sold for 77. See if we can find any more. We have another one here for 53, another one here for 48. So yeah, between 45 and £50 is basically similar, you know, pretty much similar over here for the Dialga. So on to the Origin Form Palkia now. This is near enough the same, just a little bit more expensive than the Dialga by $3 or so. Let's take a look. It has dropped overall. So over the past month, we've gone from 52 down to 48. So we're looking probably around close to around 10%, just under. So not too bad. Hasn't fallen as much as some of the other cards so far that we've gone through, but it has dropped. That's one thing we will say. Has dropped. So 48, that's not bad. If we go back to 3 months, you know, from that 75, very similar to that Dialga level, and has dropped a little bit more, you know, valuable than Dialga, but not by a huge amount. Okay, let's take a look over here in the UK. We've got 45, you know, one sold there. See if we can find any more. 49, 49/50, 48. Yeah, we're looking around about that £50 mark for the Palkia. I actually prefer the Palkia than the Dialga artwork, so there's that. But yeah, a little bit more expensive than the Dialga, but not much. Okay, on to the Gold Arceus. I love this card. It's $76. It's actually bounced back a little bit. Let's take a look. So 3 months ago, it was 118. and it went down to as low as 70. So it's actually gone up compared to some of the other cards we've seen on this list, which have just continued to drop. Overall in the past month it has dropped, obviously. It's dropped from 86 now down to 76, so it's dropped around about $10. However, it did actually drop at one point $16. It's bounced back up by 6, so that's pretty good going. The fact it has managed to bounce back up just a little bit more, whereas we haven't really seen that with any of the other cards. That's pretty good going. That is pretty good going. This is the third most expensive card in the set, and it's Arceus as well, right? So I do expect it to hold a little bit more, desire and a little bit more interest. So yeah, holding pretty steady, 76. That's still a pretty high price for a top 3 card in the set. Okay, now let's take a look over here. £70 recently sold. We have one here for 95. Best offer 80. We have a PSA 9 87. Okay. Raw 80. Well, that's really interesting. We have an ace graded one there at 60. We have a PSA 10. Best offer accepted at 225. Okay. We have got another one there at 92. There's another graded one. 75. This card really does vary. I mean, 56. That goes to show about the condition. The condition is key. I would say £80 is about, in 70 to £80 is probably about the average for this card. But it really does depend on the quality, as we can see. I mean, a PSA 10 is quite interesting. Best offer accepted 225. Interesting to see what I got accepted there. But yeah, so pretty good, pretty strong, between 70 and £80. Then on to the Mewtwo. I absolutely love this card. This is awesome. So $81 has actually dropped from around 120. So, dropped a fair amount over the past 3 months. Let's go level for the past month though. The past month it was 90 and it did actually drop to as low as 74 and is now bounced up a little bit, similar as the Arceus did. So that's actually quite interesting. It's bounced back around about $7, which around about 10, nearly 10%. It has bounced back, although over the past month it has dropped, right, from 90 down to 81, so we're looking at about 10% drop. So it has dropped, but it is bouncing back to the low it was. But yeah, pretty strong. Second most expensive card in the set. Gorgeous looking card though. Really, really cool. Yeah, so we're looking around about $81. Okay, over here, this is a completely different story. £49, 53, 55. Wow, there's a lot less than I expected. 52, 52. They got best offer accepted. Wow, one got 33. I don't know what happened to that one. 57, 55. Well, I think 55 is about right. I would say 55 is probably the average, you know, around this Mewtwo, which is quite surprising. I'm going to say that now. It is quite surprising. So we looked at 81.55. So yeah, it's actually cheaper to get hold of this Mewtwo right now. If you can get a good center one, good quality one, I would suggest picking this bad boy up because that's actually a pretty decent price compared to how much it is over in the US. So yeah, that is actually quite surprising. And then we're finishing off with, of course, the Giratina, the big boy. We're looking at $110. Will I think this go below 100? I think it will. So let's take a look at this. We got 170 3 months ago. We go back a month. It's gone from 138 down to 108, 109. So we are looking at a pretty big drop, you know, for this card. Nearly, you know, I would say probably about 15% drop over the past month. I do expect this to go below 100, which is actually quite surprising, bearing in mind it will start going up after release. Now, you know, it's beginning a bit easier to pull because a lot more packs are being opened, things like that. So, you know, I do expect this to drop, although it's still not bad. You know, having a card over $100, there are a bunch of cards in this set that are worth a decent amount of money, and this is doing very well at $100. So, but yeah, I do expect this to drop below 100, probably within the next couple of months. Okay, how much has it been selling over here? So we have one that sold recently for 90. Okay, 85, 85, 88. What else we got? Best offer accepted at 80. All right, PSA 10, best offer accepted 220. We have one here for 100. Okay, 80, 85. So I'll probably say 85, 82. So yeah, 85 is probably about the average for this. £85, $110. So it is a bit less cheap. It is cheaper over here in the UK. I've been seeing this selling on Facebook for about the same, about £85 on average. So, you know, under 100 already here. Interesting to see how this goes moving forward. I do expect this to drop, maybe push towards 70. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously, with all these different releases still yet to come out. There you have it, guys. That's what's been going on with Crown Zenith. So the single cards have been falling. You know, the sealed products holding value is going up. Over here in the UK, it's pretty easy. You hold a Crown Zenith, whether it's from Amazon, whether it's eBay. You know, you can get it for a pretty good price, around £50 on average. And, you know, you still got all the mini tins. You've got the Galarian Bird tins. You've got the triple pack blisters coming out. You've got the collection boxes that are coming out as well. There is a ton of Crown Zenith to be opened. And I do expect the single card prices to continue to drop, especially for those big top-end cards, the Gold VStars, and even the Mewtwo. But yeah, the prices are pretty much the same across the board, you know, for a lot of these single cards. Different ones, you know, Mewtwo is very different over here than over in the US. You know, Giratina is a little bit more different as well, but some of the other cards are pretty much the same, so interesting to see. But if you want to know what's been going on with the singles and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, of course, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.